Western Spring Television. Ours it is.
The 22nd day in the month of June. Come on, the year is running by day, and it is an amazing opportunity, privilege to be alive. And yes, that is why we are here. Spring Delight is back. That will bring to you on Western Spring Television, channel 190 DTT on Star Time. You know, we have all our social media platforms. We have our YouTube, our Facebook, X, Instagram. All you got to do is type Western Spring Television, and we are going to be in your faces with our amazing content. I am your regular co-host, Ajibike Anjorin Ojo, ready to give you all the spice of Spring Delight today. And you already know, on our very first segment, we take you through the world of aerobics. This is where we help you to exercise there at the comfort of your home. Are you ready to burn out some calories? Because I am, and I hope you are too. Okay, by the time we come back, of course, we have a whole lot of programs outlined for your pleasure. But then, let's take you through the world of aerobics, and we are going to be back.
All right, the hands up again. All right, let's take it down. Now your pen at the floor and look up. Remember, we're doing more of stretching exercise this morning. You stretch it. You can see my palm at the floor. Then look up. We don't look down. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, you bring it up. All right, we change the legs and we'll repeat the same exercise. All right, the two hands up. Hands by the side. All right, let's take it down again. And look up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, up. Okay, now from the left legs. All right, we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, you hold your leg this way. You maintain your balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, you stretch it out. All right, from the other legs, you count your 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now from the back. The others. 1. All right, the other hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, I said at the beginning of the show, of the program, that we're going for more of the stretching exercises this morning. All right, up again, up. We're bringing it down gradually, down, down, down. Now your fingers are the toes now. Right, to stretch the back muscles and look up. Don't look down. You look up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Now let's stretch this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. To the other legs. Now you push it out. You go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we want to also have a sound mind in the sound body. All right, up again, down. All right, this time around, when you push this out, now you go down and touch your toes. And look up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we change to the other legs. All right, you push it out. Now you go down, you touch your toes. This is basic stretching exercise. You can get to do this in the comfort of your home. You can do this in the comfort of your home. You don't just look at us, you can do it as well. Please join us. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With this, you get rid of all the muscle aches, the joint that you feel somehow, the joint that will not even allow you to move freely. With all these joint exercise, the joint stretching exercise, you get rid of them and you have a better body. Yeah, we go up again. You can see the way we're stretching it out. We go with us. Now we can't. 1. All right, we go. 2, 3. Go with higher power. 4. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so now you can get your mats. You can get your mats. You get to your mats. All right, let's sit on the mats there. Yeah, if you are at home, please, if you're on your thighs, you have to be more comfortable and make sure you are very careful there. All right, you can see the kind of floor we are using here. All right, up, still on our stretching exercise, the 2 hands up to the sky. All right, now you bring it down. Now you lift yourself off from the floor. You go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so now you go. Now stretch. You can see my fingers at my toes there, and you look up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? All right, we get that one more time. The hands up. Now the fingers at the toes, and look up. Spring the lights on your darling television station. White Star Spring. All right. You look up and smile. And smile. It's fun. Exercise is fun. It has never been a punishment. You stretch your back muscle, your calf muscle, and the hamstring muscles there. You stretch it out. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, we are doing more of stretching exercises this morning so that our body will be free from unnecessary pain. Okay, now, your left hand at the left leg there, the other legs at the side. And then you count your 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now your right hand to the left leg there. And look up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now you change your leg. Change it. Okay, now the right hand to the right leg. And look up and smile. Remember, it's fun. And we are not doing this because we hate our body. We are only doing this for the love we have for our body. Sound mind in a sound body. Fitness for life. Good living and healthy lifestyle. Spring the Light is the program. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's change the leg again. Change it. All right, this now we go for alternate hand. Now you go with the left and then you change. Okay, now we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, you change. Same exercise. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. All right, the 2 hands up. Your palm down. All right, you go down, you stretch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, bring it up. We go to the other side. All right, let's go. Let's stretch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, up. All right, this up. All right, you bring it down to your elbow. You support yourself with the elbow there. All right, now the 2 legs up. Now you go side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to the center. We go to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now the legs out. Your toes pointing straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You change it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now the 2 legs out. You bring it back. 1, you stretch it out. 2, you bring it back. You stretch it out. 3, you bring it back. We stretch it out. 4. All right, we go for 5. We go for 6. We go for 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, up, up again. The 2 hands up, the 2 hands up. All right, your palm at the knees. All right, you go low, you smile with it, it's fun. Enjoy the moments. Enjoy the Saturday. It's a beautiful Saturday on Western Spring Television and Spring Delight 80 Show. This is how we do it. The Keep Fit segment of the show. Let's do it one more time. This is how we do it on every Saturdays. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's stretch this. You can see my left legs. You bring it to yourself. Your left leg. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, change to the other leg. You go 1, 2, change your legs, and then you go down and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, bring it up. All right, up, up this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, the last 10, just before we go, you go low, you stretch it, stretch the back muscle, you go low, you go low. All right, up again. All right, we count 1, we bring it down, 2, we go down, 3, we go down, 4, we go down, 5, we go down, 6, we go down, 7, we go down, 8, we go down, 9, we go down, and 10. All right, up. There are the fingers at the toes. All right, let's stretch it again one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now you stretch your thigh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, change another 10 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, up there. You go down. Up. You go down. Up. You stretch it off. You go down. Up. We go down. Up. You go down. Up there, up to the sky. All right, you go to your rope. You stretch to the rope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's go back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now you go to your rope again. You stretch. Remember, we are stretching this morning. We are stretching. We are stretching. You go 1, 2, 3. You go with all your power. With all your power. Look at the rope there. You go. All right. You go now. You come off. You come off with the rope. You come off. You come off. You come off. you come off, you come off, you come off with rope. Remember, when you warm up, you have to warm down. All right, let's bring it down a little. You stretch out. You don't just stop your car in the motion like that. When you warm up, you warm down. And we're only doing this for the love we have for our body. Spring Delight on your daily station, Western Spring, and I remain your regular host, CJ and you. All right, let's bring it down. See you again, same time, on the same station next week. All right, thank you very much.
And we are back. I hope you had a beautiful time with us, experiencing and burning out those calories. Trust me, working out might not come easy, but eventually it is worth it. That is the best way for you to care for that body. And of course, Spring Delight is back again, and I've got my my very own partner with me as every time, every Saturday. How are you, Olatunde?
Yeah, fine. Thank God you're a bit calm this morning.
I just decided to be, maybe because you are rocking the same thing, and I just want us to, to synergize.
Yeah, but when
well.
we were leaving home this morning, but you were checking my
What do you mean we were
okay,
leaving
sorry.
home this morning?
All right.
Olatunde, don't do that.
Now, the calmness is fading away now.
But really, you have a way of compliment. Why do you do this? Why do you make me? I just rock my outfit from home, and you come rocking it alongside with me. You just love to twin with me. Just be sincere about that.
No, it's two hearts that beat as one.
Two hearts beats as one.
Yeah, that's
oh my, irresistible. Olatunde, say hello to your viewers.
Good morning to you, everybody, and it's a pleasure to be back once again.
Yeah.
Spring Delight is the name of the program. If you're joining us for the very first time, well, we'd like to thank you for always being here with us, and it's always a delight to spring you to the next level of things up in here. What's that? What's that?
I love the lie to spring you.
I don't know.
Is Olatunde not delightful? Okay, yes, Spring Delight is back, and we've had our aerobics, and right now we are going to be taking you through the world of history. Yes, that is today in history. Something must have happened once upon a time in our dear nation.
Absolutely.
And we want to keep you in the loop. And of course, our celebrity birthdays.
If you had celebrated in the course of this week, most especially, this is now coming, oh God, I should have done this better. Yesterday was my son's birthday.
Oh, I missed that.
I'd like to use this opportunity to say happy birthday to him as well. I did a long story. It took me back to how it all started. And I remember that day in 2007. I was at home. I think I was on leave or something. I was not at work. And then my wife was heavily pregnant.
Okay.
And I think I was somewhere in the room. She was in the kitchen. I just heard her call me and say, take the car out. Boy, I didn't even ask why.
Is he your first?
Yeah, he was my first. Then I was like, take the motor sitter. I didn't even, I've never experienced it. I've always just heard people say, you go to the hospital, labor, and what have you. So I just did that and blah, blah, blah. Took her to the hospital. And when we got to the hospital, I was expecting that they just take her in there and then
the baby's out.
But the doctor said they just touched and then they said, Madam, walk about a little bit. I was like, walk about, Babu.
She needs to have this baby.
She's already screaming and said, but to God be the glory, at exactly 2:30 p.m. that very beautiful day, 17 years ago, that young boy came to this world.
And you became a father.
And became a father.
Yes, you did.
So if yours as well had been this week or your birthday is today, I'd like to say congratulations to you. Happy birthday to you. Let's celebrate with you as well and with those that we have on our set this morning. It's still Spring Delight from Western Spring Television. Stay with us.
My message is very simple, that we should continue to show love to the people, especially the needy, the poor, with the situation of things in the country. We know the things very, very tight for people, and people cannot even make their hands meet. And the only thing we can do to show love to them, for them to have a sense of belonging in the society, is to spread the hand of friendship to them, to give them whatever they lack, so that they also will have a sense of belonging to society, and at the same time to show peace and tranquility to the people, so that our society in general we have the kind of peace that we are yearning for. We need peace in this country because of what is going on. We have been divided across political, religious line, ethnicity line. But the only way you can do to achieve that peace is to show love to people, especially the needy, so that they will not revolt against the authority if they are pushed to the wall. So, ethnic Kabir is a kind of opportunity for us to show that love and to question what is going on in the country for now.
It's to be conscious of promise, because it was in an attempt to fulfill the promise that Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, known as Abraham, which he made to the God his creator, that led us to this celebration. He had asked God for a child, and he promised God that if he ever fulfills that wish of his, that he was going to sacrifice the child as a way of pleasing God. And God gave him the child, and when it was time to do that, God said, no, I have seen the sincerity to fulfill this promise. And God now replaced the son, who incidentally is my namesake today, with a ram. And that is why for every Eid al-Kabir, we slaughter a ram as a way of thanking Allah for providing for us and for giving us life. Well, we should continue to do the good things we've been doing, and we should try to stay away from the bad things that we might be doing, both in our private and public life. We need to imbibe the spirit of the fear of God, and for vast majority of Nigerians, in the face of the current economic hardship and challenges, we should try to have the spirit of perseverance. It's extremely important to understand that tough times don't last. Tough people.
I think one of the essence of this kind of Eid is to celebrate. Celebrate being alive, celebrate all the things we've seen in life, and of course celebrate that we also have hope in the future.
Welcome back, and thank you for being here with us. Spring Delight is the name of the program. Tunde is my name. Ajibike is all here. And the few videos that you saw earlier, it was a moment where we visited some very good set of people in the community, in the city and outside the city, to just celebrate the festival, Ilia Festival, with I don't know, it was a pity Ajibike couldn't be on that train. But then I
was having the time of my life too.
Oh, really? I guess now I get the drift. Right. So we'd like to thank you for being here with us. But then let's get down to the business of the morning here. At this point in time, let's look at what sport looks like. And sport has always been something that brings everybody together. For instance, if we watch what's happening in Europe today, it's something nobody really wants to miss. We want to see players from different countries doing beautifully well in Europe. That has been done in Germany, played in Germany today. But what does grassroots sport mean for us and to us these days?
Yeah, grassroots sport, huh?
Yeah, well, because looking at what that looks like, how well have we been able to develop the grassroots sport? So it's on this note, we have somebody in the house with us. He was a former captain in his own size, not about the body size though. He's done so well for himself. He's captained the team in several competitions, and he's still doing so very well today. And he is a grassroots sport person, athlete. He's still an athlete, and a sport person is always an athlete, and it's always very nice to welcome. Is it Honorable Tunde Popoola?
Yes, please.
Yeah, because some would say an honorable in sport, but then it's a pleasure to have you join us, sir.
Nice meeting you too.
And
nice being here.
Tundes are always fantastic people.
Oh yes, I agree
Honestly,
with you.
we're two different.
I agree with you. Yeah.
I concur to it.
That's right. That's right.
Honorable, thank you for taking time out to be with us.
Yes,
let's first of all, before we go into details of grassroots sport,
Yes.
yeah, what club do you support?
Enyimba.
Okay. Now, let me,
No, true. I mean, they've done well. I mean, in the local league,
looking
they've
at
done well.
the amount
I
of,
mean,
over the years.
over the years, yes,
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
honestly, I think I followed them as well ever
That's
since
true.
they won the CAF
Yes,
Confederation,
exactly.
and they've been able to
Exactly.
really do well
Yes,
for themselves.
yes,
Enyimba
yes.
Baba. And that's on that lighter note. The Nigeria sport Super Eagles. Let's first of all look at that before we come back to grassroots, because I want to tag my question around that section as well. Growing up, we've always known that there were competitions being played from secondary school level, Principals Cup,
Yeah.
WAFU Cup, and it goes virtually to all sports.
All sports, yes.
Table tennis, before we had the likes of Haruna Kodri becoming an international
yeah.
star today. He started from the grassroots. Before we, so many of them, even the basketballers, was this Chioma, this lady that plays that sprinter,
Ajunwa.
we had Toby Amuson before she moved over abroad.
Yes.
So we can name names
Yes.
over the years, but today it seems the opposite here. Not virtually everybody wants to start from here anymore. Everybody probably wants to start from somewhere. In Europe, in Asia, but not from here. Is grassroots sport dying in Nigeria if it's not there?
Yes, yes, thank you so much. You've gone back to memory lane, and those were good times. I had good times too when I was still a young, top athlete. And we had them. We had this grassroots thing from the primary school. You have the headmasters games.
Yes.
You have the principals cup. You know, from there you move on to the university games.
Yes, please.
And then of course, you know,
Nuga.
Nuga, you have Waug, you have all sorts of good competitions
Yes, please.
designed to make you move from one level to the other.
Yes, please.
But unfortunately, the grassroots thing, when I say grassroots, I mean the person who use the word grassroots means what they said. Because if there is no root for the grass will not grow.
Absolutely.
So that's the beginning. And so what you do is, what we're having now It's a situation where the grass is almost drying up. We're not
green.
sustaining it as much as we can. There are numerous factors for that, you know, but it's not really the athlete's fault to a very large extent.
Okay.
And I would not even say it's also an administrative fault. I mean, the administrator's fault to also a very large extent.
Okay.
But each person has his own faults
Okay.
somehow. And I will also not blame government because you will say government is there. You know, but the issue here is this. The system is not really allowing these things to flow. First of all, when you look at it, the economy, it's not the same as it used to be in the 60s,
Fair enough.
in the 70s, while we were on. You know, when we were in camp, maybe national camp, you get a lot of other supplements, beverages. But of course, you will remember during what you call the Ali Must Go. Let me not digress.
Okay.
What caused the problem? An increase of maybe it's not 5 naira on food. Then you have a ticket of 25 naira. You eat chicken, you eat all sorts, eggs, everything, well, you know, square meals, good meal, everything following up. But where can you buy just one egg now for 100 naira?
Oh.
Somebody should tell me.
We don't have
So I'm just saying the economy is one basic reason. First of all, a very big factor. One reason is that people, first of all, must survive.
Absolutely.
You know, if you're well fed, we are okay, then you can think well, think straight. That's what I know. But that's not to say that the grassroots thing cannot be addressed properly.
Okay.
Let me start from the athlete's point of view. I was an athlete. Yeah, we had most of the things at our own disposal. Right now, we don't have it. Then it used to be your own self. For even wearing this shirt, called the Nigerian national dress, it's enough for me. The other one is secondary. Because you had all of that support, you can eat, you can do whatever, everything is available for you. Right now, can anybody say that the same? Two, it has this jackpot syndrome. You know, it's because you are not too comfortable in your environment. So you believe out there you can make it. Yes, of course. Some of them make it. Some of them can become destitute over there. Don't everybody think it's rosy out there. I've been to virtually every country in this world. I can tell you that. In all my sojourn in sports. So you can understand what I mean. I've seen people, you know, very wretched, and I've seen people who have made it. But in a country of about, let me just use 150 million. I don't want to go with the statistics of 200 or 300 million. How many people can be lucky to be among the first, maybe 10,000? Who will really be up there? We can only struggle. We can only struggle to get that space. So what's important is, first of all, there has to be a consistent program drawn up by those in administration. That is the government, the NOCs, the Rubric Committee, the athletes, the people in the Ministry of Education, all those ones. But I will tell you, because I'm an insider, I have a view that all these programs are on ground. But what is affecting them is still the economy, to a large extent. But let's leave the economy alone. It is not the issue. It's not the main issue. It is ourselves. Let me be honest with you. The athletes that is making it right now, those that are making it, are because of the situation that on ground, you know, believe in themselves first.
Yeah.
Then others can come in. And when you struggle hard to make it, then of course, I mean, when you struggle, you'll be able to make it. If you don't, you remain there under this situation. And there has to be a very level playing field. First of all, if you're an athlete and you want to grow, you need facility. You need good facilities. That is just at this level. You need a lot of psychological input by those people who are training you. You need to have the kind of right of training. Now, I'm moving on from the athletes now to the next level, which is the coaching. The coaches need a whole lot of training. We've got to provide it for them. It's not just start running. There are a whole lot of things that is involved in coaching. The psychological aspect is there. The nutritional aspect is there. The whole gamut of things that works. Then two, there has to be cooperation between those who are getting these children up in terms of education. I'm talking about the Ministry of Education. There has to be a very strong collaboration between those who are having the children train along the formal line. I believe in this formal line, but to a very large extent, it is not the BSc, MSc that makes you. A whole lot of people are in this country that didn't even go to school, and they are billionaires. What we are saying is, if you are choosing a path, be consistent with it. But you need guidance. At the roots, that's what I'm talking about. If the roots is being nourished, on a regular basis. At least by those around that particular area or area of specialization,
Yes.
they will make it. I will tell you, we have abundant talent.
Of course we
No
do.
doubt.
We have,
We do.
we have people. We have what I would call athletes existing in every home. I'm not saying in two homes, in every single home. Talents abound. Maybe because of our nature, maybe because of the way we were built, we are supposed to go into special fields. I mean, when it comes to the strength and the power sports and the relays, I mean, I'm talking about the sprints, the average African, and particularly Nigerians, we are built to excel in that area. It used to be our own area of specialization those days. Of course, you know, it's a build. You know, we are not built like those Chinese people, tiny, they can always do whatever they want to do, but they can't compete with us, the power sports, even though they are now venturing into it because of technology. But what I'm saying is, since you have this abundant talent, our programs for them to start at the grassroots. We all pay lip service to the issue of grassroots.
Absolutely.
How many principals' corps is it existing?
Yeah.
This is my state. Do we have the headmasters' corps running? Do we have the principals' corps running? I'm so passionate about what happens in sports, number one. Because I'm Secretary General for Nigeria, as you speak, Secretary of Nigeria Olympic Committee. So I cover all sports. So I'm not being passionate. I mean, I'm not being personal. I'm not being local. I'm for all sports. But I'm a little bit passionate about my own state as well. Because when you reckon 1, 2, my state is still not where I would wish they are in sports. But we will get to that in the future. I'm sure the state is trying to do a lot of things towards that area, like every other state is doing. But let's get back to the issue of grassroots thing.
Yeah.
Our athletes need to be nourished with both the technical, tactical, psychological training. When I got to the next level of coaches, the coaches need to be given the right kind of training. They need to know what they're supposed to do at a particular time. They need to know how to bring these children up. Those days, coaches go to courses. They do a lot of things. There is NIS now, which is existing. Those days when you had the Germans and the, what's this country called, Australians, here running an institute was perfect. I did my youth corps in the NIS as at that time because when you are a top athlete, you're a Nigerian athlete, they pick you and then they put you in there, you know, for at least for your 1 year service. But I don't know whether that still exists. But let's talk about it. The next level is that of coaches. Do we have the right kind of materials? That's the issue. I call some people cochitos. I call them coaches. Cochitos are those who are pretenders. I use that word. They were not really trained. You might say, yes, I trained, I'm an athlete, I did that, and then you start to impart the wrong knowledge. There are ways of, you know, special ways, technical ways, correct ways of running the sprints, correct ways of handling the hockey stick. I play hockey for this country. The correct ways of holding it. What if you don't know that? Or you just see, okay, you start doing it this way. You know, there's a problem here. We have many of them as coaches. We have in athletics, you know, those who don't even know how do you raise your legs up, how do you do these sprints, this side, you know, there are ways, you know, you train your athletes to run. When we have those people training those people at the grassroots, they go along with it. When it gets to a particular level, you now understand that there's a big difference between,
Absolutely.
you know, yes. So when you do the wrong thing from beginning, and that is what really affecting us at a particular level, that has to be corrected by schools.
Are they still inter-house sports in so many schools these days? I know it's just a few schools because I remember while growing up.
First of all, I need to say this. The question rightly will be: are there facilities in schools?
Oh goodness me!
You build a school, it's just one long, tall, story building, maybe 40-story building, no facilities for sports. How do children grow? You know, when you are born, there's aspect of play first comes in.
Yeah.
And you have to, it's natural. Anywhere, even animals, the aspect of play comes in.
Like a playground now.
Then it's from that play now, you now have to structure, direct them towards where they're going to go. You have to train them. Their talents, you can discover a talent. A 2-year-old Swimmers, top swimmers in this country, by the time they are 6 months, 7 months, 2 years, you already know that this one is going to be the world champion in swimming. You know, but when you now start to train somebody like we used to do here, maybe at the age of 14, you now want to train a top athlete in swimming. Where we study, forget, we know that it's zero history. Now, we don't have correct swimming pools. How do you train these people? What I will tell you when I was talking about athletes existing, I just mentioned swimming now. We have the Lajes, you have the riversides, we have the Lagos. You know, you will see those kids that are there, natural, effortlessly doing these things.
Yeah.
It is then we need to get them, start to train them, along, yes, the proper way of doing things in the pool. We don't. It's when they are now stiffed, then you now start to groom them, whereas their age mates in China or somewhere else at age of 2 months, 1 year, they already get into learn the tactics. It's science, simply. It's what is science. So when we talk about grassroots, that's where we should start. We have now what you call glorified inter-house sports.
Wow.
To be honest with you, it just is a space where you do shows.
Wow.
There are some schools, yes, there are some private schools. I must confess that, yes, you can always catch them there. But there are a whole lot of public schools that you have these talents abound. I mean, in abundance. But what we find out is that nobody seems to care.
To see them.
Nobody needs to talk about the data. You know, when you get a top athlete in a primary school and it's good, I mean, you have a future, where next do you put the information? What do you program for them? That's the challenge we have in this country. We need to have what you call very strong database. We've been trying to do that. But unfortunately, the thing is still not flowing the way we expect it to be. So, but it's what people see outside that matters.
Absolutely.
And that's what we are going to be judged with. But the internal problems that we are seeing now is not created by an individual. It's the system that doesn't work, really. You know, like in primary schools, for example, you have your inter-house sports. The top athlete there who is making some very good, appreciable record, maybe in the sprints, that information should be passed on, you know, to either the Minister of Education or to the sports councils, which of course they are supposed to bring in athletes. I mean, they are supposed to bring their coaches and so on to get that information. But that information dies there. You know, we have to be, you know, we have to combine all these things to be able to know where is the problem. Because if you don't know where your problem is starting, how do you solve a problem that you don't even know exists? And these problems exist. Data is another issue. You know, we have the athletes, like I told you. That is the level of the coaches. Talking about administrators.
Honorable Afolayan, let's. I want us to go back a bit as to when you were younger and you were still much more active doing sports, playing hockey and what have you, and how Nigeria has been able to develop talent from the grassroots.
As at that time, you know, we had a series of competitions. I don't really want to say here now that competition is the only way to develop athletes in the grassroots. But it should be opportunities, that is facilities and the right kind of people. You know, I just told you, then the coaches were really trained coaches, dedicated coaches. We even have foreign coaches. For us in hockey then, we had foreign coaches. We had the Saints from India and this other guy from Pakistan. Top playing hockey countries. They were the ones who were training us. I will tell you as of today, there is no skill in hockey. And anybody in hockey knows who I am, that I cannot execute. And the skills are many. Over 250 kind of skills.
Really?
Yeah, in hockey. Hockey is a very technical game. Yeah. But I will tell you,
of course it is.
But I will tell you, the skills are many.
Really?
And then we were trained well. We learned well from the masters. But what happened after that? Some of us is not going into coaching, even though I read sports, but I'm not into coaching. Maybe I could have been able to, you know, do some. Impact more. But those who were in coaching, they did their best up to a certain level. When the issue of the economy came in, when the issue of political situations came in, when the military took over, the military, I would say, is they were helping our sports. Whether we like it or not, they helped sports. But the direction is the civilians were a little bit taken aback. So they could not flex their energy. But the military came out to support sports. For example, my own sport, hockey. The head of state was a hockey player. The next man to him was a hockey player. And we enjoyed their own period because they supported us. We had about 5 competitions in their names. So we're running every year. And they put the money in there. So the military regime was good. And of course, you know, military, they love sports.
Yeah.
Yes.
So things were going on both in the barracks, things were going on in the schools, secondary schools who had the sports and event, they supported them. Life for one gained from there. I was a youth corper. When the then governor or administrator of the state, well, the GOC then went to him, you know, it's okay, player, and he said, okay, look, listen, what do you want? I said, I don't have a pitch in my school. He commanded them. And there we had a pitch.
Oh, yeah?
I don't want to mention the name of anybody. But anybody talking, I will know exactly what I'm talking about. So that is it. But can you do that now? Politics is spoil the whole thing. Will I walk down to the governor and tell you I need a hockey pitch to build? He will look at you. Is that part of what you're talking about? You're talking about some other issues. Yes, it's a different thing from the way the military runs and the civilians. So some of those also is affecting what we are talking about in grassroots. You just, when you look at it on just a surface level, where we will say, the grassroots is... No, but there are a whole lot of factors that you cannot really see. But we need to correct that. There are very simple ways of correcting it. There has to be a serious curriculum. There has to be a serious synergy between the administrators in sports, the coaches. There has to be a very serious level of coaching. Serious levels of administration courses, you know, for those who are in administration. People must go to school, the right school, before you go into that profession. It is a profession. Not everybody just come in because you are a doctor, you played sport before, and you know, say, I want to raise a team and then start to coach them. But boy, you've missed it. Give this job to professionals. Train them well. Give them opportunities. Because when you finish, like it's a factory producing cars. Before they get those cars out, they go for what you call this test, whatever they call it, this crash test or whatever.
Okay.
If you don't have that kind of crash test done, and you think, yes, because you just built it and you move out, that's exactly what I'm talking about, about a doctor who was an athlete before. You didn't go through that kind of test, and then you go out and start and put your car on the street. You will see what will happen. You will recall them after some time. So the issue is we have a lot of cochitos. I call them cochitos. Administrators too. It's not just, in fact, let me even say this. There are really a few certified people in sports administration. Yes, everybody go to university. I had education in my first degree. You know, I got some other career with a master's in business admin. Not that I've veered off, but I will tell you this. It's not very easy for anybody to say he wants to coach. It is a profession. You must be certified before you really practice. But there are different levels of coaches anyway. The ones in the primary school, there are people who are specializing in training kids. I mean, naturally. There are what you call the winner coaches, who knows how to combine those talents, build them together, strategize, and be a winning coach. Together one. When you put a developer coach as a
head coach,
we missed it.
Yeah.
All because of politics. I think we really need to study all these things and put the right people, the people in the round peg, what you call it, in the round hole. Administration is another, issue. The politics is also affecting this sports. Facilities are not there.
Okay.
So how do you develop when the facilities are not even existing? So a lot of people want to run out. They believe in themselves and they want to go out. And people out there too are really willing to come and pick you because they know that you don't even know how to use the talents you have. See how many players are in Arsenal. See how many of our Nigerian players are in all these other top players. Because the money is also there, available. And it's because of talent. If you don't have these talents here, you can't compete there.
Honorable, look, let's talk about days where, do we still have them? Scouts. Scouts are people where they go to the grassroots to see
To
this
like hunt
talent.
for this talent,
Yeah, and get this talent.
Yes.
Do we
I will
still
tell you, yes, we have scouts. Good scouts. Very many scouts. But the issue is this. Everyone has his own reason why he wants to be a scout. If it's scouts, we have scouts for national development, in sports. Yes, of course, it's good. But you have scouts purely for the financial gain. And you see, that's where the challenge is. I go to the school, this is a very good player. This one, by the time I take him out, sell him, I have an onward revenue for such a person. It's good that you did that one. But what was your initial contribution to the growth of that person? We're talking about grassroots here.
Yes,
But you're making money. You're making money on them.
Of this
And some of them are even, their contracts are even to like a slave contract. Because there are no rules, there are no, very strong, how would I call it? People who control such adventures into a space. So some of these things when you say, yeah, scouts are there, but I see the scouts that are working. Somebody will go to watch another person smart. That guy plays for Rangers. How can I get him? You go and get him, you pay, you move into your club moves. Those ones are lovely. I love those ones. Not basically because of, but for development. First of all, their club, to move out the league. First of all, to develop the player too, maybe to earn more, because when you move it from there, the transfer fees will be a little bit, you get a little bit. Those are beautiful ones that we're talking about.
Yeah.
But there are some who don't know nothing, all they just want to come is, oh boy, I'll take you abroad, get money, and that's it. And they'll sell the guy into slavery. At the end of the day, it becomes a waste. You're no longer useful for your country. You're no longer useful for yourself. You become a slave to where you are in there. And many of them fail. So scouts are there. It's who. It's who, It's who these persons are. There has to be rules, the very strong ones by those federations, who run sports. There has to be, a general one as well. Scouting is good. It helps. But do we have a database as well? Do we have a very strong database? Who moves from here to the other? How do we monitor them? How do we progress them to be in the interest of this nation? Those are issues that have not really been exactly perfected.
And also, sorry, I'm taking so much. I know you want to say one or two, but then let's look at academies.
Yes, I forgot to mention
academies. I remember at a point in time, if we look at most of this, the English, the Spanish, they have academies, and we tend to take them from that grade.
I think sincerely, the Football Federation is an example. And they are trying to control, this issue of academies. But it's not only for Football Federation I'm talking about. Other sports too, are coming into that. It's a very good development where you regulate who, what are they doing, and why should this exist? So if you have a very good vision, which of course takes also the national interest, I think such academies should exist. But such academies must also have the required facilities, including the manpower that will assist these athletes. It's not as if you're just training them, yes, for pecuniary gains. Of course, it's part of it anyway. You can't just be doing it for free. I understand that. But a whole lot of people that are not even talking about pecuniary gains. It's a matter of, let me get this one, sell him. Let me get this one, sell him. And that is where the problem lies. The regulations are not too stiff when it comes to that, and that's what we are losing. And that's where we are losing. The grassroots, of course, exists.
I am concerned about, the cochitos.
Yes.
How did we get to the level? How did we get to the level whereby, because I feel it's supposed to get better, so how did we get to the level whereby unqualified sets of people automatically become coaches when we have qualified ones who want something to do and they don't have them?
It's about let me tell you, I will give you an example of my own self so that you can understand what I'm talking about here. I came out, I read physical education, I graduated and I came out. I needed to work, but fortunately for me, I came into a banking institution.
Oh, yeah.
banking institution, Union Bank. I was mentioning it specifically. A lot of people know me because I was in Union Bank. And graciously, Union Bank decided, okay, because it's sports thing, I did an interview, run a sports for us. And I'll still tell you, Union Bank is the only institution in this country, let anybody go and check it, that has a very strong profile of sports within the corporate institution. It's gone now. No longer there. Now, if you know, if you go and check records, hockey in Nigeria trace back to Union Bank. We're the best, we're the champions. Go back to table tennis. I don't know, Quadri and Co. Where are my players? Going to basketball, the first draft on the NBA was also from my club, Ajibike.
Wow,
I'm mentioning it for my club. We had
Okay.
5 spots, top ones. I was an assistant. It's because I was a professional. And I got the ears, the eyes and ears of management. They gave you that kind of opportunity. So I was a little bit a rare breed in amongst all. But when you're talking about cochitos, people are saying, how are these people making it? Of course, I don't have anything. I just brought me, okay, let's call my 5 kids together. Yeah, let's start putting them together. Your parents will pay you this or to do this. Whereas you are not qualified.
Yeah.
And 2, we don't even, I will say it and then anybody challenge me. We have an association called the National Association of Physical and Health Education Recreation. It's a strong body.
Okay.
Administratively, it's strong. But I would rather see that body or another body, maybe the regulator for subjects like coaching, that if you do not have this certification either from the NIS or certification from other institutions that have something to do with coaching, don't come near the athletes. Don't come near anything when you talk about coaching. When anybody just wake up a woman because I don't have a job to do, I have a small space behind me. Oh, yeah, let me buy one fillet ball. Call some good boys and then be and then say and then you'll be and people don't get the right things from there. You know, so that is why I called cochitos. Cochitos are those are referred to as those who are not certified.
Yes, right.
And there are many and they teach the wrong things because they were not trained. You know, that's the issue. So there has to be a regulator, which is not existing. I'll tell you, it's not. My body called NAFA is should be the first step to grow it. But I think there has to be another arm. They can challenge me. Another body that will be talking about regulation. You know, the NBA now, you have your, you know, you have the ICANN, I mean, the chartered accountant, they have all those ones. But why not sports?
Doesn't have that.
The sports institution is even bigger than ICANN. It's bigger than the NBA. The number of sports, you know. So, but there has to be regulation. It's not there. People used to think that when you do sports, then you are what do you call them now? A rubbish, ragamuffin, and these other things.
Like not having a job.
And even as at that moment in time, at some time ago, people who were my mates refused to understand that this is the profession they are doing. I was never afraid of it. You know, I came to it. Yes, let me admit, I would say accidentally. What I mean is, I was going for to be, I was trying to be a medical student, but unfortunately, I was not taking in UI, in NIFE at the same time. So my mom got a phone for me, and I saw, okay, this is an opportunity because I know I'm a good athlete. Let me go and start with sports, and that's where I am, and that's what made the success today. You see, when God has directed something to you, I never knew I was going to be this. I'm very successful at it anyway, so I cannot have no regrets. But then, other mates, they are running away to be called jumpologists, how they call them. But the truth is, now, the money is now in sports.
Absolutely.
It's business now, as usual. And we have to direct our energy. As a minister, some time ago, not too long ago, said, you know, started the issue of business in sports. Or sports is a business. You know, we need to look into that area strongly and encourage people. People make money. This is an opportunity for our young ones also to go into and make big money. Big money. You know, so, well. But if you have the wrong start, that's what I was talking the grassroots. I can tell you, you can never get there.
So how do we make it right?
Yeah, a few things you need to talk about here. First of all, you have to get the right facilities in place.
One, facilities.
Facilities has to be. It's for me, Nigeria don't have facilities. Even the one we have. Look at our national stadium. My office is inside the national stadium. It's a shame. Anytime I enter every morning, I feel like crying because that was the same stadium most of us were when it was created. Oh, beautiful. But now, the way it is, a mess. You know, there has to be the maintenance culture for those sports facilities that we have already built.
Acquired.
Most of them are even going out of fashion because technology has taken away a whole lot of things from that old system. When they want to rebuild such facilities, they should think about technology. They should think 50 years ahead, what's going to happen, and then put those facilities in place. So facilities on the general note, be it football pitches, be it swimming pools, be it athletics track, be it just talk about facilities available to these artists to train. At the grassroots, primary school levels, you see, there has been that, people that just talk mouth to mouth, those periods. From 8, 9, 10 years ago, people are saying, government will not approve you to a school if you do not have a sporting area for those athletes. And I think that should exist. You should have a play area for children. You know, it's not all about school. Somebody will go to school from morning till 6 o'clock. You are inside the same classroom. You say you finish at 2, then you now start another lesson, or whatever they call it. And then it's 6 o'clock. Then you now go home, and then you sleep at home.
Same routine.
How do that person? Yes, nature does not even allow people to be in one position.
Absolutely.
Nature allows man to walk. Movement. And then, of course, some government official would just approve the school. One block of classroom like that. No place for children, you know, to exercise, you know, their rights. It's a right.
And actually, so, because of want of time, Honorable, I want us to look at what the future portends for grassroots sports in Nigeria at this point in time.
Yes, we must go back. We must go back to what we used to do. Like I said, the facilities. 2, you have the coaches, or rather you have the people in charge of running sports. Let me use the word running sports. Both the coaches, administrators. Then, of course, the government. Government cannot really do it all. But government is in a very good position to provide facilities. Then there's the private sector. They need to support, you know, by also building their own facilities. Like I told you, Bank built their own as at that time, even though in their own small way, but it was very effective.
How can government curtail this aspect of the cochitos, the non-professionals that are degrading the different sports that we have?
Like I told you, it's supposed to be, there has to be a professional body that will regulate such. That's not. We need to go through the gamut of getting it, you know, registered. You know, this thing, it has to go through a certain process. But government must listen and support it. That will eliminate to a very large extent, you know, these cochitos. There are grades of coaches, there are grades of administrators actually, is on. For us in the NOC, because I'm in the NOC as of this moment, we do a lot of training. As we speak, there's the training going on, both for top administrators, the masters programs running. You know, we are training a lot. And that's the truth. We can give you the schedule of what we've been doing.
That's a good one.
But for coaches, most administrators, yes, everybody knows about that. We were in Jigawa about 2 weeks ago. We were in the Kogi, we were in the Abikuta 2 days ago. I was there to declare that work session open. You know, so what I'm saying is this. In only two we are doing. Other private institutions to support, they have funds, they have money. Those who have money and can, you know, do a little bit of, you know, corporate support, you know, to sports. Maybe it's, even if it's a table tennis hall that you can build, let us have it one within your facility, your own staff. If you're not even going to talk about getting people to the national level, let your staff be there. You know, let's have an interest, let them be fit. It's good for, you know, for fitness alone. It helps you. You know, it makes Nigeria better. But when you want to even support events, like you have an inter-house sport. Well, like I'm on television, I don't want to mention names. A few of them are really supporting. You know, you do, there's some secondary school competitions there in football, in hockey, in basketball. You know, we know them. We know those who are doing that. But it's not enough.
All right.
It's not enough.
We'd like to thank you most sincerely, and it shows that yes, you're still keeping fit, and as much as you have a very busy schedule, it's an honor and it's a pleasure having with us Honorable Popoola Babatunde Afolayan. Yeah, with us. He's a member of the LOC, He's a grassroots sport developer. And please, I'm interested. I can jog and run. Right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming.
I appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank
my
you,
sister.
sir. Thank you
All
for
right.
coming around.
Thanks a lot.
All right. When we come back after this short break, education is another thing we want to talk about. How can we enhance proper education at this moment in time? What has gone wrong with the education system in Nigeria, and how can we better the lot of the kids that we have these days? Stay with us. It's still Spring Delight from Western Spring Television. We'll be right back.
Ọ̀gá wa, ànábì ọmọlé, ọmọ ìyàwó ànábì, afúnni ló jẹ́ máwo bẹ́ alágbè tó falágbè ló, èèyàn ábìdí lè jẹ́. Wá pariwo wá sọ pé wọ́n bínú ọmọ ológo. Wọ́n bínú ọmọ ológo. Wọ́n bínú ọmọ ológo. Sọ nínú one time say wo. Wọ́n bínú ọmọ ológo.
All right, thank you for being here. And it's something just happened. But then let's leave it at that. Thank you, Avop. Don't worry. Just I know I'm a dark man, but then we'll need more light of me to make you brighter. Thank you for being here. And first of all, we'd like to say a big thank you to Honorable Babatunde Afolayan, who is a sport administrator. He's a member of the LOC and a grassroots sport developer here in Nigeria. We thank you for taking time out to be with us. And at this moment and this juncture, we want to discuss something very relevant, as always. And for anybody not to have gone through that route, then it's a big challenge for one to get it right in life. But yeah, some will say some don't have it, but still they did well. But there is always a comma somewhere. If you don't have that quality education, or if you don't have education at all, yeah, because quality means you probably go further, and then you have the opportunity of doing it somewhere else and in other places. But by and large, we will at this moment in time look at the state at which education is and how we can enhance quality education in Nigeria, and using Osun State, our dear state here, as our case study. That's why at this point, at this juncture, we would like to welcome in the studio with us. He's an administrator, he's a school administrator, he's a chairman, Icon Polytechnic, right here, Bogon Ibadan Expressway, Ogolua, Bogon Ibadan Expressway, right here in Osun State, Oshogbo in particular. It's my pleasure, it's our delight to have with us Alhaji Ibrahim Adeoti. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you for taking time out to be with us.
Oh, good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am.
Good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Alhaji, let's look at education. I remember the late South African president, which is definitely the usual thing that says, that's the late Nelson Mandela that says, without education, you can get anywhere. It is the bedrock of any sane society. And yes, education today in Nigeria, let me take a breath. It hasn't been totally where we feel it should be. Looking at where we are amongst nations of the world, the education system, how would you first of all rate the education system in Nigeria today?
You are asking a very huge and all-encompassing question, which, quite honestly, cannot be paraphrased in a paragraph of an answer.
Yes, sir.
But what I'll try to do from an administrative point of view
and as a stakeholder, as a discerning mind in the society, as a Nigerian, is to try to put things in perspective. My trajectory is always, what have we done right? How can we build on them?
Yes, please.
What are our pitfalls? What are our inadequacies? How can we gradually
get better?
I'm not a whole at once done kind of guy approach. I do believe in step by step, because I don't think we got into the mess we are in today
Absolutely.
overnight.
Absolutely.
In every area of human endeavor that I want to talk about, education, agriculture, industry, I mean, it's you keep talking about the deteriorating state of things. Unfortunately, I think if people can put aside their anger, understandable frustration, and we can, as a people, try to deal with the problem from the level of what can I do to make it better as an individual. I think the collective, as a matter of time, we start tilting the trajectory towards where we want to go. You spoke about the great Mandela, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, invested so much into education.
Absolutely.
He even warned us 5 decades ago what we are experiencing today in Nigeria, when he said we have to take care of and train the kids of those who do not have. Because if we don't take care of them, like their parents, for one reason or the other, are not in the right bracket of economic strata, once those kids grow up, your own kids that you are giving all the excellent training will not have a safe place to dwell in. And behold, in the last 10, 15 years, we see that as miscreants, thugs, and I don't want to be condescending, but people, or some people of questionable character, have taken over, taken over the public space, even the political space. They have more eminence, relevance than people like you who have your PhD, master degree. It becomes nothing. But if that's the easy way to look at it, and just back off. For me, what made me to invest into private tertiary education, for me, is beyond business. Business-wise, I knew from the get-go it wasn't the ideal thing. But I knew. And when I say, people think, oh, it's just blabbing. I'm not blabbing. Because, you know, I'm a little bit into real estate, so I know what kind of money I could make. You know, buying, tossing, flipping, that's the real estate language. I could buy and just flip in Lekki. If I buy today, sell next month, at least I'll make 5-10% profit. I could do that easily, turn around my money. I knew it is going to be difficult. Although, to be honest with you, some of the things we are experiencing right now, especially the lackadaisical behavior of the so-called kids and students in school towards education, in terms of attendance, in terms of concentration, in terms of following the curriculum, to say the least, is not too encouraging. However, I do believe we all have a clearing call that we need to adhere to be part of solving the problem. We are here. Maybe they are biological kids or not, they are our kids.
Absolutely.
We are their parents. So the route to get into success sometimes may be easy. In this case, it's bumpy. So what do? We abandon Nigerian projects and our future because it's difficult, or because we've had some bad leaders, because that's what everybody says. And it's true. We do have bad leaders. Okay, so what do? You relocate to Ghana, or you want to go elsewhere? So these are very discomforting questions to ask. But they are salient questions that needs to be answered. If we truly, really want to climb out of this mess and get to where we want to be. I mean, we can't just be so comfortable in our skin and then we do not want to question the consciousness of what we are doing and how we want things to turn around. So in my own opinion, I do believe, yes, the government has to take a lead, but that's not the question this morning.
Yes, please.
It's what the private sector can do.
Yeah, the private
So
sector.
when you talk about private sector
quality
education, start with the parenting.
Parenting.
Yes, sir.
How do you mean?
God bless you. You see, this is the thing. Based on my practical experience doing this now, it's not like I'm hallucinating or guessing or reading from a textbook. I've discovered the job can be very easy when you have parents who have done the needful. Qualitative wise. That's your question, Mr. Tunde.
Yes,
right?
Please. Yes,
from
please.
home.
From home.
And you have to understand when we talk about education, everybody keeps talking about
from the home.
From the home.
Yeah,
and it's not just intellectual, but moral training.
Okay.
Because they are intertwined and they work together.
Yes, please. Yes,
A
please.
kid that is disciplined and has a reasonable amount of fear of God based on home training is more susceptible to listen and follow instructions in school.
Fair enough.
Once they don't get it right
From
home, from the foundation, and you think you have some wand of magic,
Magical tutors.
you are just deceiving yourself. Yes, sometimes they can be afraid and, sit up, follow what you are telling them to do. It's just for that minute. The moment you turn back, they start even making noise in the classrooms, in the lecture rooms. So have you really taught them anything? No. Because when we talk about qualitative education, you do not only have to pass through the classroom has to pass through you. So how does the classroom pass through you? It's about what you have been able to learn, what you have inculcated, what has been ingratiated into your crevices, whereby post-lectures, we can see it in your behavior. Thank God we have very strong religious organizations, especially our CAN, the CAN, student fellowship. They have been very helpful because, and I encourage the activities too. So is the MSS, and when they do their meetings, they go for prayers and what have you, they talk about being upright. But a lot of times they invite me, I go there, I see what's going on. But those activities that I just described, they come from home. A kid that is not fed with the word of God from cradle, growing up, and is already 18, 19, 20 years old, you think their formative years has already passed.
Yeah, right?
There's nothing you are going to do in a tertiary institution. And don't forget, most tertiary institutions, they started with a mindset of, I want to make profit today. Me talking, I want to make money too, but I knew from the get-go it's going to be on the long run, not on the short term. But for most people, a lot of people, they even took loans to start this thing. So you are talking, so they are not too like, once you are strict, no, we don't want the kids to get scared away, because they want to protect the money.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So these things are factors that we have to bring to the fore. Once we have these kind of discussion, I will need to be dispassionate about them. Because the moment you start putting sentiments and emotion, you start, coloring things, covering things up. But what you are doing here, you are doing God's work. Because, the topic from an average mind's point of view be like, so what? Role of quality education. No, it's deep.
It is deep.
It is deep.
Yes, sir.
Because it is a pivot around which the future of our kids revolve. What makes them and what determines their direction is the kind of education, the quality of the education that they get. And take it or leave it, this topic we're talking about, this so-called platform of quality education, is being handled by the private sector more than the public sector right now.
Mm.
There are more private universities and polytechnics that are giving
private secondary schools, primary schools, everywhere.
So that's when I say you are doing God's work, I'm not in any way trying to impress you or exaggerate it or try to make a big deal out of nothing.
Mm.
I'm saying it not metaphorically. But I'm saying it sincerely for what it is.
Let's quickly look at the private sector in the education sector here today. Yesteryears, most of us we most likely went to the public schools and what have you. But the private schools are there. Just like we mentioned earlier, from the primary to the secondary universities, we have them all there. Have they really been impactful in the education sector and bringing out quality education that we so desire?
That's a very tough one to answer because, like I said, I'm not somebody who tries to throw out things without having data or without having what I would call a kind of perused information. But what I do know for a fact is this, that this whole idea of quality education, what has been making it to get from bad to worse or deteriorate is that tendencies that needs to be addressed or stopped are all over the place, both in the private and public schools. That's the truth. One, kids don't come to school as they're supposed to. Two, you have, unfortunately, a lot of teachers, lecturers engaging in conducts which are not appropriate with female gender students. You have some kids bribing their way through. You have kids who are involved with cultism, even at the secondary school. I mean, we've seen 2 cases recently. One happened in Oyo. That's the latest one, like a month and a half ago. Because they alleged one of their classmates took a phone, or probably
that's not, and then they beat him up.
They beat him up
10 p.m. till 6 p.m. 6 a.m.
16 straight hours. What is wrong with us? I mean, I read it for like 2 days. I couldn't get over it. Honestly, and I'm not saying this for anybody to like me or to sound politically correct.
Yeah, it's just sad.
Ma'am, I couldn't get it off my mind. I'm like, okay, this guy is not even a stranger. Just like the kid that was beaten up in Lagos, in the high school. You remember that? That was a few months back.
Yes.
Was the I don't know.
Was it the one the neck just snapped?
And the school authorities till tomorrow have not even explained to us what happened. But this is kind of on a different level. These kids are in their early 20s. Some are 20 years old, late teens and early 20s.
Yeah.
And they beat up their colleague that they know. And they kept beating him for 16 unabated hours until the last gasp of breath. And I don't even know what to say. That tells you what we alluded to in the beginning of my submission. That this thing has to take place from home.
From home.
Because if anybody is lying to you that one school or institution will fix anything when the kids...
Anjorin, when you were supposed to have done that from the inception.
Yes, thank you very much. There is something they call formative years.
Yes, right.
That's from 4 to what? To 12. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So we are talking of kids coming in 5, 6, 7 years after their formative years.
That.
So what magic are we talking about here? I mean, we are going to do our bit, but what I'm saying to make it work,
honestly,
as a collective in the society, I know it's not easy for a lot of parents, especially single parents too, who have to work and juggle the two. But they must figure it out.
Oh, definitely.
Because I remember when I was in primary school in the 70s, we had tenants in my dad's house in Igbono, and you know, we have a tenant whose husband passed away. You know, there is nothing wrong if we are doing what they did then. And what the woman did, she had 3 kids. She kept the last girl. Her brothers took one of those boys each, and they had to nurture them. And they come around during holidays and what have you. What is wrong with that? The family values are not even there. You go and visit your family now, they start counting days. Maybe you are going to stay here for a day or two.
I've just been told that this is going to be a continuous thing, because just as you said, if when we started this, it's not something we can just...
It's huge.
We will we'll walk around this. This is something that has to be really
Addressed.
touched and talked about.
Spoken about.
Honestly, we'd like to thank you for your time, Alhaji Ibrahim Adeoti. He is the chairman, and he's a school administrator. He's a stakeholder when it comes to education in Osun State and in Nigeria, both here and up there as well. He's the chairman, Icon Polytechnic. We're situated right here at Ogoluwa, right here in Osogbo State. Osogbo State. Thank you most sincerely, sir.
You are very welcome. God bless you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
We'll be
man.
back
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
in a jiffy. Please don't go nowhere.
I'm going nowhere.
This is TJ Hanyu. This is my job. I'm a fitness coach, health and fitness coach. I've been in the system, in the industry for the past 15 years. This is what I do. I love to make people to be fit. I love training people. I love to make them to be healthy. I love it when I see people that have good body and have their sound mind. I love people that come around me to train them to build their muscle if you want. And I love to train people to be fit and have more power, more energy to go about their daily activities. Whatever you love doing, please, you keep at it. And I want to tell you, it's only a fit man, a fit woman that wins always. My name is Ajibike Olatunji TJ Hanyo. I'm a gym instructor. I love doing this, and this is what we do.
Bari Batishe. I like that song.
Yeah, I want to be more ready. I mean, you're a grandfather. I'm a future grandmother, so we are good
Who's
already.
the grandfather?
Are you not? You've got gray hairs all over
that
you.
That doesn't make it me look make
hey,
me a grandpa.
What?
Okay,
we are on air.
All right, thank you for being here with us. And on the last lap of Spring Delight for today, we have an amazing man with us. We've had amazing men. It's been a men's show for today, but then don't worry.
And I stand amongst the men. I stand Gidigba, not
she's
falling.
a man in our own capacity. Now, if you've ever, as a young man or a lady whereby you love animation and you've read books way back, Marvel, you have Captain America, Superman, you have Spider-Man, you have the Iron Man. I read those books like crazy. Right. There is one man in the house with us this beautiful morning, and but then I'll allow Ajibike to just give us. He's an award winner of great awards that he's been able to pick up, and probably he'll be picking up an Oscar.
Yes.
Very soon. All right, let's get to know who our
his
guest
name is Murewa Ayodele, who is the writer and nominated comic book series of New Men, the critically acclaimed webcomic series, My Grandfather Was a God, the popular Akogun Brutalizer of Gods graphic novel, and several Marvel comics like Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood, Avengers, Unlimited Infinity Comic, Iron Man, and the likes of it. Okay, so he is the co-founder of Collectible Comics NG, a Nigeria comic book studio founded with artist Dotun Akonde, that was nominated in the Comic Studio of the Year category at the 2018 First Award. So yes, we've got Murewa Ayodele. Good morning.
Good morning.
Wow. I hope you came with you this morning.
His smile is even so comic, you know. Like he almost is like contagious. Good to have you.
Good to have you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Like I said, well done. You brought back those memories for someone like me while young. I was always a fan of Superman, and I remember I used to put
like those things on your neck. Okay, then you fly around.
But then, good works. Thank you for doing that. Now, but what brought about this? How did this begin?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been working in the animation comic book space for roughly 10 years.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, but it's something I've always had a flair for. Since I was a child. I was the child that didn't outgrow cartoons. I was the child that didn't outgrow superhero stories. Everyone screamed and said, can't you just watch something else? Can't you do something else? I was the one that stayed up all night watching cartoons and stuff like that. And it's been a love I've shared with a friend of mine, which we work together.
Okay.
And it's fun, it's rewarding, and I'm happy I'm able to do it for a living now.
Wow, that's amazing. But look, looking at these cartoons, these are things that had been there. Are you coming up? I don't want to use the word remix. Are you modernizing it? What are we expecting? What are we seeing that we've not seen before? Are there things that are new that are coming out from what you are doing now than what we had always known?
For example, I work with Marvel Comics, like you said, and a lot of writers in Marvel Comics are Americans.
Yes.
People that or British people and Australians. But right now, I'm currently the only Nigerian working there. So one of the things I'm able to bring to the mix is my culture.
Fantastic.
Able to mix a little thing from the Orisha mythology, set some locations in, because I think I wrote an Iron Man story where he comes to investigate a crime in Yaba. You know? So those are the things that I've been able to mix into the stories. And one of the reviews I usually get a lot of the time is that the way I write my stories is very different. And even though I can't see it, I think what they're probably seeing more of is the backgrounds, the stories that my dad has told me growing up, stories of Ijapa, Yonibo, you know. I'm able to bring some of those Nigerian styles, all these Yoruba folklore, mythology, and be able to bring them into comic books. So that's really been the kind of remixing I've been able to do.
You've been doing.
Yeah.
That's me. That's fantastic.
Oh, wow. So tell me, how far has this been taking you so far? I mean, we understand like working with Marvel Studios. I mean, that is not from Nigeria, okay? But you are working with them from here. So how has Nigeria been receptive of what you do?
Currently, we've not been able to get as much readership as we would like from Nigeria.
Okay.
But also, I don't want to be too short because sometimes the statistics is a little bit different. So there's a time where we launched a webcomic series, which was free online, called My Grandfather Was a God.
Okay, we saw that.
And something we noticed is that a lot of the readers were in UK, in US, almost rivaling the numbers we're getting in Nigeria. And but some are in Benin Republic. But then we thought that Nigeria is everywhere. Nigerians are everywhere. It might still be Nigerians that are reading it all over the world. So yeah, but we've been getting diverse voices that have been fans of our work, people from different backgrounds, especially people that are Yoruba, because there are Yoruba people, especially in South America. Okay. And they've been huge fans of our work, both the ones we put online for free and the ones that are published through foreign companies. So those are the people we've been getting, people in the diaspora mostly, because there's this issue with buying things internationally in Nigeria at the moment. Talking about where your Naira cards are not working and you have to get a dollar account and so many things like that have been hindering us growing locally, but we've been able to grow internationally.
Wow, that's amazing. Have you thought of putting all this in a movie series or episodes or thereabouts?
Yeah.
Are we expecting anything like that soon?
There's a comic book that is currently being released called Akogun, Brutalizer of Gods, which centers around our Orisha pantheon, Obatala,
that's
Ogun.
it on your screen there?
Yeah,
great.
Obatala, Ogun, Orunmila.
Okay.
So, and the deal we kind of have with the publisher is after its publication, they're going to probably go to Hollywood and try to push it with their producers and see if we can get an adaptation deal. So that's.
Did you just say Hollywood?
Yes.
If you need someone to drive you there,
he's available.
That would be nice. And then I can come and play one of the characters if it's in Hollywood. I would love to do that. But how fascinating do you think this will be on the long run? Because I know what it looks like. Just like I said, while I was far younger as a child, a small boy then, those books, oh my goodness, I had them, loads of them.
Yeah.
So how fascinating do you think this would be, looking at modernization, digitalization in the world today, where everybody can just go to their phones and just watch all these cartoon characters all over there?
These are some of my goals personally.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I remember when I was a kid growing up, just randomly and suddenly, everybody started having soccer boots. And the reason was because Mikel Obi moved to Chelsea. And started seeing Nigerian football players in mass playing for international football clubs, and they were making a lot of money. And that inspired more and more people to play soccer. A lot of parents were now like, yeah, go to the field. Something you usually get beaten for, that stop playing football. So one of the things we're trying to do is through our accomplishments and as we grow in the industry, we're able to inspire more Nigerian youth, to be able to see this as a viable career path that they can be able to explore. And with that also, we're not going back to the consumption too. We also don't want to solely rely on international audiences. We also want to create that audience locally so that we can also be to a level independent. Because we see anime and manga, and it's watched all over the world. A lot of Nigerians know Naruto and everything, but if everybody stopped watching Naruto, if everybody stopped watching all this anime locally too, Japan will still be able to sustain that industry. And that's kind of the things we're trying to work on. But first, we kind of have to be able to make a name for ourselves internationally, be able to have that funds, and then we can now focus more internally and try to grow the markets internally.
In simple terms, how lucrative has this been for you?
I used to be I studied computer science.
Okay.
So I used to be a software developer. And currently the software developers are one of the highest paid people in Nigeria.
Oh, so you are paid well. You're making money.
So
you're making money.
So right now I make let's say times 5 of what I used to make then.
All right, Muriwa, it's you. I hope when I started, you know,
we are just going together. Like, just carry me and we're going.
You're leaving me.
I'm leaving you.
Muriwa, we would love to have, but I just hope probably one of these days, even on radio, we'll come and talk about this more and more because our time is fast spent here. Because I'm just reminiscing. I'm seeing myself then on the floor, lie down, reading Spider-Man and what have you. But we'd like to say well done to you.
Thank you very much.
Just keep up this, and this is really nice. It's something that you're bringing it back, and you can be rest assured. If I can lay my hands on this as well, I would definitely love to support the good work you're doing.
Definitely.
Thank you.
We'd like to wish you the very best as well. All right, we have been speaking with an amazing man who, I don't know, which of the characters will you play if you're in any of the movies? All right, Muriwa Ayodele. Muriwa is a comic book writer, and he does things with Marvel works, where you have the likes of Batman, Spider-Man, Superman, all of them. Iron Man, Captain America, Captain Fantastic, all of them. And just watch out for us very soon. We'll be back next week, Saturday, on another edition of this program, Spring Delight, and it promises to always be delightful to your viewing pleasure. Tunde Idowu is my name. That's Irresistible TD on X. Let's do the needful. Follow us and let's share the love.
Yes, Ajibike Anjorin Ojo. Follow me on all social media platforms at simply_Ajibs, and I'm going to be right back at you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.